All right. This is the Moonbase Podcast coming to you raw, coming to you live, uncut.
I don't know if it's quite live, but it's not quite uncut, but it's a few of those things.
Welcome to the Moonbase Podcast. Join us on a journey through consciousness, space, and the eternal bullshit of life. Take this guided tour with your hosts, Captain Chef. Explore with us, laugh with us, and enjoy the Moon's Best Podcast. And now, we begin. Told me you had some sort of dream.
Okay.
You were up last night.
Like, it wasn't really a dream. It was fucked, dude. I woke up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I'm just chilling up. I can't sleep, so I'm just staring at the ceiling. At one point, I'm listening to these birds chirp. And when you listen and you're okay, this is just annoying me at this point, so I'm gonna ignore it. And then I did that. And then I'm just chilling, trying to go to sleep, and then I just hear weird electronic music. I'm what the fuck? Did I leave my headphones on or some shit? Is my tenant is the tenant upstairs putting playing electronic music? But it's 4 in the morning. Come on, and I'm just paying attention to the sound more and more, and then I just realized that it was still the birds chirping, but I'd been listening to it for so long with my brain not paying attention to anything, just staring into darkness, that my brain turned the birds chirping into a weird electronic music.
So you were hallucinating then?
Yeah, for sure. But it was almost like an isolation tank, and even when I was in my bed, I was I mean, physical senses, you still feel the bed, but it's dark enough, and it was quiet except for the birds chirping, so I could kind of see how that could translate into an auditory hallucination. But yeah, that happened, and then I just started thinking about it, what if you just made a full beat and a full produce a whole track, but then instead of someone singing on the track, you had birds singing on the track as if they were spitting, you know? That was just a weird idea I had, but it would be kind of interesting to see that come to fruition, you know?
Yeah, it's very. I had one experience where I was at my uncle's house, and I was just listening to the dishwasher go, and it was just and I just remember listening to it for hours, pretending it would make
Tracks.
beats. Yeah, you just get into a weird
I think it was from a movie or something I watched, and it was talking about this Russian cosmonaut and how he was stuck in this space vessel transporting him.
Okay.
But then there was a water leak in some part of the compartment, and he was just stuck in one position for this travel period. So he just had to listen to this water keep dripping. So it was kind of the Chinese water torture, just that it wasn't on his forehead. So his technique for not going crazy was he used the water droplet as kind of a tempo, and then in his head he used that tempo to like make his own symphonies based on like different instruments he heard throughout his life, and that was like his way he stayed sane over like 2 months in this capsule or whatever.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That's it's like in The Martian where he's stuck on Mars and the only music he's got is like the disco music.
Yeah.
And he like hates disco music, so he's just like condemned to like, if he ever wants to listen to music, he just like has to force himself to enjoy it.
I feel like past a certain point of not having music though, you'd be like, fuck it, like I'm gonna listen to this shit, you know?
Yeah. Fuck, I can't stop eating this candy, man.
It's good depression food.
I guess so. It's fucking cold in here, eh?
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, genuinely feel like I'm outside. Put my hood back on.
Can you hear it through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Right on.
Mm.
So how's the Tinder go?
Oh. I was going to ask you about beer, but now you want to get into dating?
Let's hear it.
Well, it's kind of stupid. I didn't realize that you have like that. So you have like your limited amount of likes, and then once you run out, you have to wait 12 hours.
Yeah.
Which is like really fucking stupid. And I set it up really poorly because I could have done like, you know, like 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. But I did like midnight. So now I can Tinder at like midnight and noon, which is just like really annoying and inconvenient because I'm usually in bed at like 10. Like, I don't know why I did that to myself, but we decided we were going to do something. Okay, so here, have a look at it and tell me what needs to change. Here you go. You take that.
Alrighty. I don't know, but like, you can do a shirtless pic, but I don't know, like, it really depends on what you're looking for. I don't know, like,
isn't it the equivalent of like their first pic is them showing me their ass in a bikini? So I'm like, cool. I'm cool with dogs.
yeah, but I mean, like, they're like usually on a beach, like hanging out with their friends. Like,
that's what I was
you're just like in a locker room, like flexing beside like metal cabinets, and you're good.
All right, I'll take it off. All right. All right. I need a beach pic. I know I need one. But
yeah, you got to be like doing something more casual than that, you know? Like,
the only picture I have of me in a bathing suit is shit, so I'm like trying to like get like a little more jacked first. So I had this match, and I sent this at like 12:40 today. I think I don't know how to Tinder, dude, like at all. That's what I sent. I was like, I'm gonna try and be like, ask like a good. Just that reaction. Like, what did I? Okay, what did
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
What did I do?
What's your best story that you haven't been able to share from your travels?
It's a good question.
Are you like greeting an Arabian merchant like in the salt flats?
Her bio said she just came back to after a bunch of time abroad.
All right, let's check it out. Let's see what's up.
It's not great. I know. Listen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, based on her bio, I got real concerned she was trans for a minute, and I had to like re-inspect all her photos because I was like, oh fuck, like did I mess up? Not that I have anything against it, but like, not my move right now.
True. I don't know.
What do you
Is
say?
this the kind of girl you're looking for?
It was the first match I got on Tinder. I was excited. What do you say to people on this website? Do I say show me your tits? Like what? I don't know the procedure. What's the protocol?
Okay. I would probably just like go for like some like Amy Schumer like
Not dude.
tier humor.
Okay, I'm saying for the next, because this is done. I already fucked this up. For the next one, what do I say? Do I just say hi? Do I say hello? Do I say Allahu Akbar? Do I say like Alhamdulillah, Inshallah? Like what do I say? Keep had it, Habibi. Like what do
You gotta see what their profile's saying, and like based off of that you give.
Okay, let's say I match with. I'm not going to, but let's say I match with this girl right here.
Okay.
What am I saying to her?
Okay.
What's my first message?
Oh fuck. Shit.
What'd you do?
I like did I like tried to see it more and like look at the
Did you
next
just click
picture.
no?
I don't know.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
You hit,
my
no,
bad.
It's fine. I don't want this girl either.
It's been a while. I'm banned off Tinder, man. It's like
Okay, she does tattoos.
banned
and
for a
she's
few
Latina.
years.
I'm game. Cool.
okay.
Future Latina tattoo artist I match with. What am I saying?
Okay. Well, like she has a face tat, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me see.
On the left cheek there. It says in her bio too she got a face tat.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't mind it. What's my line, maestro?
So you gotta like base it off of what she's got. So like she likes to sesh. She likes to go to museums.
Mm-hmm.
Zen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want? Are you trying to like bed this girl? Or are you trying to like date her? What's your move?
I don't know. Talk to her, see how it goes.
Okay.
Maybe go on a date.
Okay.
No, I'm not really a hit it, quit it guy. I should be, but it's just not.
With peace and love must have driver's license to apply. You could probably just be like, well, I got a whole truck, so I guess my application's enough. Some
I guess my
along those
application's
lines.
approved?
Yeah.
Oh.
Something along those lines, you know?
Okay.
Try that one out.
I mean, I'd have to match her, which, you know. So. Okay. All right, we got to fix his bio up, though. So what am I saying? Should I just say class and ass?
Checking out the ladies, staying for the gravy.
Nah, man. I kind of want to put that if you sit on my face, I can guess your weight.
It's not a bad one.
If you sit on my face, I'll guess your weight. Is that what I'm putting? Or is there a better way to say that? Or is it if you sit on my face, I can guess your weight?
It sounds good to me.
All right. We're going for it.
Or
Yeah. Or.
stay home if you sick. Come over if you thick.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes. Stay home if you sick. Come over if you thick. 2 C's or CK?
It's up to you.
I'm not trashy. I'm going to do this CK.
You're not a meme man?
That can't be the picture then. It's got to be me in like a bathing suit, like rappelling off like a cliff. It can't be like me, like cute with the dog, like.
Me and my patrol pack.
It's just a backpack, bro. So we're gonna go rappelling in our bathing suits and take pictures. Is that the move? Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay, sick. I like it. When are we going?
I don't know. I gotta like figure out my gear first. Make sure no one's dying in my gear, because that would be bad for me.
Yeah, it would be bad for you. It'd be bad for me too. So I like wanted to find a segue into this, but I don't think I'm gonna find one. So I was sitting in my apartment and I'm like, I don't have to like worry about people looking at like my search history.
Okay.
Right? Because like I guess I was always like, there'd be like things I wanted to watch, but it'd be like, oh, like if like someone like sees that I like watch this, they're gonna like think like there's something wrong with me. But then I was like, no, like no one's gonna go through my stuff. So I found this documentary called Rocco, and it's about this Italian porn star named Rocco Siffredi.
I've heard of that dude before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So couple things that are first thing that struck me is this guy, I guess his cousin got him into the industry. So like they both showed up for the porn shoot and his cousin couldn't get hard, but Rocco did. So Rocco ended up doing the scene and then they just like superimposed his cousin's face onto him so that his cousin could still get the credit. But then after that, Rocco just became the star. But his cousin is the one that films all his scenes now, which is wild. That's like you're just going to like watch your cousin just like bang chicks for like the next like 30 years. But then he told the story. It's super messed up story.
Okay. Let's hear it. I'm down.
So he's talking about how.
Wait, bear me for this story.
All right. He's talking about how his mom's died, right? Like him and his mom are like really close, and his like mom knew that he like did porn, but like whatever, like she just like wanted him to be happy. And so his mom dies, and he's like, I feel like most porn stars kind of like most people who get into porn and have longevity and do like really well, you have to have something like inherently wrong with you. To like to like have longevity in the industry, to be able to
disconnect on that level,
because
for sure.
Because the thing with porn becomes in order to maintain a longevity past like a couple months, you have to start doing like really messed up stuff. Like you have to like, you know, be into like bondage or like spitting on people or like peeing in girls' mouths or just like really like weird shit.
For sure.
And like normal people aren't like super into that stuff.
Yeah.
Not like knocking at all. So anyways, he's talking about how his mom's died. And he's like at the home of his mom's friend's house, right? She's like 70 or 80 or something. And he like goes to her apartment and he says he just like starts crying. And then he says this wave of sexual desire washes over him. So he stands up, pulls his pants down, puts his dick in this 80-year-old woman's mouth, and then just comes immediately in like 4 seconds, pulls his pants up, and then leaves her house.
Wait, whose house is he at?
So this is after his mom's funeral. He went to his mom's friend's house, who's like 70 or 80 years old.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
I just thought that was like the most wild story I think I've like ever heard.
That's some depraved shit there.
Yeah, and then it's like it kind of goes into like, I feel like people who like really go down the rabbit hole of sexuality, because there's such a thin line between your pain and pleasure centers, and so like eventually those will get crossed, and so that's why like there's like this. I was like watching this other documentary today about how like there's this one girl who like she was like showing pictures before she was even in porn of like her boyfriend who hit her with like a 10-foot bullwhip, and like it made her come, and that was like what she was like into.
True.
And they're all like, why do you like that? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I would pay thousands of dollars to find out why, but I don't know, I just like it. And there's a lot of women like that just like to be like beat up or like slapped or like cut, and it's like it's because your centers get crossed. And I feel like he was just in it for so long, his grief filled into that too. Like all of a sudden he's like, oh, like I'm sad, like I'm grieving, like I guess I'm horny too. Like it's just like the like lines in his brain got like spliced somehow, you know?
Yeah. I might put in. I mean, it would be kind of sick to make this happen, but like I know a girl that's kind of like into that, so like if we could get her on, that would be a pretty wild time.
I'd be interested to like understand.
See, yeah, what's like the mechanism behind that, like what makes her tick,
right? Because some women and some men, it happens because they've been through abuse or trauma or different things in their life. But there are women that
I think that is what it is. In this case.
but that's what I thought too. But then they interviewed this one lady, and she likes. It's okay. So I'm gonna try and explain this properly. So there's this thing where some women like to be dominated because they find that they are very dominant in life. So the idea that they can pass on the control to someone else so that they can totally relax is like reassuring to them. At the same time, the fact that they are allowing you to dominate them means that they are actually in control. So it's like this weird like kink that they have where like they like to be dominated. They basically
it's like hiring a hitman on yourself.
They're playing mind games.
Yeah,
they like the idea of making someone think that they are in control of them when really that's exactly what they want.
It's like, am I the sickest killer? Well, the only way to find out is to hire the sickest hitman to try and take me out. And that way I like have some way to measure myself in terms of like this power structure, you know?
So there's two things that I think so there's two other points that I kind of pulled out of this too. So the other one was they brought up a good point, whereas if a woman fucks 80 dudes, she's a slut, but if a dude fucks 80 chicks, he's a hero.
I guess.
Do you agree with that at all?
Nah, like even if you're a dude and you fuck like 80 times, like you're like you fuck 80 different people, you're like
you're kind of a slut too then, right? Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's how I see it, but I guess some people don't see it like that. There's also this other thing. So I remember listening to Action Bronson back in like 2013 talking about how he's into like all like because they asked her like who's the biggest girl you've ever been with, and I think he said she was like 450 pounds.
Jesus. That's like a whole like
and then
damn.
Rocco was the same way. Rocco's like, yeah, like I've had sex with women in their 70s. And he's like, his whole thing is like, what can I like how can I blow these ladies' minds? It's like a test for him, I guess. And it's just like this interesting thing of just like, I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of like there's like people who are like psychonauts, right? They're like really into exploring the world of psychedelics, and I feel like it's the same way with like people in sexuality. There's like people that are like really into like exploring.
Cumsternauts.
I guess, yeah, like cumsternauts, like they're
cumsternauts. Yeah, there we
they're
go.
like there's like there's like a place called Kink in San Francisco, and like I wonder if I can like bring up some pictures. This place is
pull up Firefox. Firefox, DuckDuckGo, right?
Just
we don't. It's the way you got to do. You can't have these people from Google knowing what you're looking up.
Type in Kink San Francisco.
Right on. Sounds like my kind of place.
There's another one too I want to show you. It's called House in Miami. I don't know if it's still open, but this place it's wild. I want to show you this. Just go to images.
True.
Okay, so it's like this warehouse, right?
Okay.
But then like,
it's like a sex club.
it's a sex club.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But like, all the paintings in there are like really like. There's like an old dude, like an old fat dude with like a ball gag getting a dick in his ass. Like that's like a painting they like. It's just. I mean, like.
I went to this one party where this girl like talked about her experience at a sex club, and like from what she was saying, it wasn't like that good of a time.
I couldn't imagine it being.
Do you have to
pay to go? I didn't get like invite only. Like,
I didn't get like a bunch of details. I'm pretty sure it's like it's like a membership thing for a lot of them.
Type in house my it's like House Sex Club Miami.
But yeah, like from what she was saying, it was just like not a pleasant experience. Oh, what the fuck? I'm just retarded.
That's just a whole bunch of porn. That's not what I wanted to.
No?
No, go back to all. Go back to all. Okay, anyways, this place is like...
Trillist. Yeah, let's check out some...
So
stripping, swinging, and sex stuff.
Yeah, okay,
how to get kinky in Miami.
So there's this place.
You're telling me this isn't what you were looking to stumble upon?
So there's this place called House, and you have to get like a key.
Trapeze.
You have to like be invited, but like there's like okay, so the bartenders only wear an apron and they're butt naked the whole time. There's this one dude dressed up as a baby, and he just runs around crying the entire, like, that's his only job. He's dressed up as like a baby from the 50s, and he just runs around with his rattle crying. There's like all these beds like filled with like sex toys, and people just go in there and like get drunk and like do a bunch of blow and then just like fuck.
Okay. Where do you get memberships?
I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like an exclusive thing or if you have to like pay or if you have to like know somebody.
If anyone that works there is listening, sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my old roommates used to have this thing they used to call patrolling, and like it was basically when like everyone else was asleep, I would like just like walk back and forth down my hallway, and then like whenever I passed the front door, I would check the like that little like peep sight you got on your door, make sure no one was there. But for some reason I always thought like, just in case someone's like ducking underneath the peep sight but still at my door, I'm gonna like check the bottom too to make sure there are no like feet standing there. And I'd always check that when like 6 a.m. just walking.
We don't discriminate against small people.
Yeah. I'll shoot them all equal. I don't discriminate.
You think there's little people who trap?
Like I don't know. Yeah, probably. Like I won't be surprised if like Wee Man from Jackass like sold Kush in high school. Yeah. Yo, one time.
Tell me this, please.
Well, my one buddy, like, I don't know why, he just had this, like, one fixation on, like, midgets, and he was just like, bro, like, I don't know, man, I seen one midget in my life, and it, like, kind of freaked me out, and, like, I don't know, man, like, I don't know if I would just be, like, cool, like, around midgets. Something about them freaks me out.
I've never seen one in real life.
Really? Mm-hmm. Huh.
I feel like I might get freaked out.
So, but we went out into town, and I was like, yo, like, I'm trying to get fucked up tonight. Like, yo, it's like, I'm out with the boys. Like, I was like the only one that really, like, partied in that sort of way. But I was like, yo, I'm trying to get some yayo up in this bitch. And, like, I'm trying to, like, party hard. It's like, my one buddy was actually down to go around the town with me. It was, like, I think it was, like, we, like, went around. And, like, bro, in that, like, one night, man, we saw, like, 3 midgets, and, like, one of them, like, asked us for, like, change and shit. Like, it fucked with my one buddy so much, because he saw one midget in his life. He was like, bro, it freaked me out. And then, like, the first, like, fucking 2 hours into that night, some midgets just haggling him for, like, change, you know? And he's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Are we allowed to say midget? Is that, like...
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's a good point. Pretty sure it's dwarf.
Is it? I feel like even that's...
Little person?
Hold on. What is... they like little people. Little people or little...
What about Hobbit?
The Hobbit's not even... A Hobbit's like a fantasy creature. A Hobbit's like something from the Lord of the Rings.
But they're cool.
Yeah, but they're not real. I do feel like it'd make me uncomfortable. Like if there was a little person on the couch right now, I wouldn't be able to stop looking at him. Like
I would just want to smoke a bong with them, you know? Like it would just be cool.
Is it just like the picture of just like seeing like a little dude just like rip a fat bong?
Bro, like if I could just get a video of me and like a midget lighting like a lighter
little
at the same time, or a little person smoking a bong at the same time, man. Like I don't have any pictures on my Facebook that would go up. Like, what were you gonna ask about beer?
It was something derogatory towards people who drink craft beer.
Okay.
But I realize now the errors of my ways, because like just because I'm not infatuated with craft beer doesn't mean other people shouldn't be. Because like sometimes you just like maybe homie's like, you know, he just went to the LCBO, stocked his fridge full of all these new craft beers he's really excited to try. And then he comes home and his wife is just getting the thickest, fattest fucking cock he has ever seen on his bed. And it's not his. And so they split. And now all he's got is his TV and his fridge full of craft beer. What is he doing? He's going to sit there with his craft beer and he's going to start looking up beer. He's going to be like, wow, craft beer is really interesting. And then he's going to like get into this whole world. He's going to start going to conventions. Maybe he opens up his own brewery. I understand it. I get it. So like maybe I should.
Why?
Because I kind of did the same thing with Formula One. I like, I'm like going through like a hard time. And I see this show on Netflix called Formula One Drive to Survive. And I put it on. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. It's just a bunch of dudes driving fast cars, being fucking dickheads to each other, just like talking smack. They're traveling all over the world. It's like watching a movie, but it's like, it's cool. I'm like super into it. And I'm on like season 3 now. I'm like following Formula One. I've like researched all the drivers. I'm like looking at buying tickets to go see a Grand Prix in Montreal. Like I'm like in it. Like I want to go driving now. Like I want to like go get like a go-kart and just like go rip around on the track. Like I'm fully into it. So like I understand. I can't rip on craft beer guy because I'm craft beer guy, you know?
What's my thing?
What's something other than your significant other that you love?
Fucking shit up.
Okay. Remove your ability to fuck shit up and then see what you are drawn towards.
I don't know about that one. You can get paid pretty good money for fucking shit up.
Formula One's just cool, man. I don't know. There's only 20 drivers in the whole entire, all of Formula One. There's only 20 drivers. Most sports, you have 20 people on a team. UFC is like 100 people in the organization. There is 20 people who drive in all of Formula One. That's it. That's some high fucking stakes, man.
Yeah, I see where it's coming.
There's only 10 teams that perform at that level. So, like, you can get really into the drivers. You can get really into the teams. You can get, like, really into, like, what's going on, because it's just such a small, like, tight-knit circle.
True.
It's pretty wild. And it's crazy, like, the politics of it. All the different controversies. The amount of money they spend. Like, starting to learn all the terminology. Like, quali, pole position.
What is it?
DRS, overtake, slipstream.
True. Is it? Yeah. Okay. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me.
Podium.
I know what a podium is.
So, if you get first, second, or third, you get a podium. And the podiums give the most points. The midfield is everyone.
How many ladies do you think you could fit under one podium?
Depends how big the podium is.
Word.
You say word? I think word is my single favorite response to any sentence or question in the world. It's like the most like uncle, like dad's friend, like it's just like the 40-year-old homie that you're just like telling him a story, just like word.
Yeah.
You're that guy. You're that guy now.
Yeah. Once I'm like a certain number of PBR in the game,
Yeah, what happens?
I become the word guy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
I'm like the Riddler, but I don't like say riddles. I just say word.
That's okay. It's pretty gay. I can't say that. It's pretty lame. It's pretty lame.
Beer me. Yo, you gotta get like beers for the next like 2-3 episodes, eh?
But you only provide for one.
Yeah, but I mean, all the other work we've done, I just copped like beer every time we work.
What? But like, why do I have to pay for the next two?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I'll get beer for the next one.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking with you. It's fine.
You have any idea how much alcohol you consume?
Me?
You're gonna break my bank, man.
No.
Word. Why is there a bucket? Why is there a bucket of water?
I was gonna use that to clean off the bucket in the driveway.
Oh. I was like, wait, there's another bucket? But then...
If you don't know, bucket is a term referred to a cheap car that one trades crack for in order to do a drive-by. It's called the bucket, you know? Or you just, like, whop out of it.
Whop?
Yeah, whop.
What does that mean?
You make a whop. You make a transaction. You make a sale in terms of drugs. It's a whop.
Oh.
You make a whop.
So that whole Gucci Mane song where he's called Mr. Wop.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Look at me. I know the trap vernacular now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, we're pretty good for like one snippet though, aren't we?
Could I be an undercover? Yo, sup, homie, word. Give me that give me that whop for a bucket.
You got me fooled. This concludes the first episode of the Moonbase Podcast. We hope you had fun and will join us for next month's episode. Connect with us via social media. Check out themoonbase.org. Email us if you think you'd be good on an episode at themoonbasesocial@gmail.com or message us on Instagram at the moonbase or at the_moonbase_. We're open to receiving any ideas or recordings you guys might send in, and it might even make it into the episode next month. Besides that, take her easy.